Now that we are in our groups, and or as we call them, our discourse communities, we're going to start with the second half of our project, and that's going to be for each of our groups, our discourse communities, to create a poem based on context that you all would choose from our grad bag. And just as a refresher, what are the types of contexts that we're going to be talking about? I'll give you one. It's political. What's another one? Cultural. And what's the last one?
Social.
So we're going to be talking about either a political, a cultural, or a social issue that you guys have discussed with me, that we've written on the whiteboard, and I've wrote them down on these Post-it notes, and you're going to select one for each group. So every group has one except for this discourse community here. So let's shake them up. And somebody reach in. Just one.
Okay.
Okay, and read that out for the group, please.
Teen pregnancy.
Teen pregnancy. Okay, excellent issue. You can just lay that down. So the next step for our discourse communities is going to be to select or elect a group secretary. So who's going to be the secretary for this group? Kyle. Okay, excellent. All right, secretary, here's what we're going to do. All of our groups are going to engage in a conversation for 5 minutes based on your social, political, or cultural context issue that you've selected from the grad bag. In that 5-minute discussion, I'm going to let you know when 2 minutes have gone by, and at that 2-minute mark, you're going to kind of switch gears. So for 2 minutes, you guys talk about the issue and how you want to create your poem. And Secretary, please take notes.
And that's probably not like you know, talk about or the grandmother's point of view.
No, it was two against one.
Well, let's just throw the ideas out there and see how many different points you can get
Maybe
from each point of
maybe
view.
twins. Maybe like the point of view of the baby. Of the brother or sister inside of there.
Child.
That is a mess.
It was very scary.
I like that.
But what would you say?
I
As a
said, my
child.
brother, he's looking at me.
No.
Oh, please
We
put that one
hear
out.
our family. It sounds like mama.
That sounds
No,
weird.
that's you're not wrong about that. We can tell you about that.
Okay? Each group, all right, you pick the 2-minute mark, so you've got 3 minutes left in your group discussion. Remember to respect each other's comments. Write down everything you can as the secretary about what the group as a whole wants to do. Okay? We got 3 minutes left, group, so let's summarize our notes now and begin to get ready to construct the poem.
Well, I guess we look back.
You said it's gonna be about what?
What? I couldn't hear you.
It's gonna be about what?
The mom and the baby.
No.
No.
Repeat what she said again. I thought the mom and baby, but
At the end, the baby is either given away or aborted.
Everybody's got good comments. I hear a lot of good comments from each of the groups. Keep discussing. We've got a little more than a minute left.
Okay.
You know how to write the poem, Janae.
I know. It's just.
we're gonna name topic.
I'm not really.
No.
Okay, groups, let's get ready to wrap up our writing. You can keep writing your final idea and put a conclusion on the notes that you have, secretaries, please.
Pressure.
All right, groups, excellent job. I heard a lot of good discussion in our various groups. I like what this group is saying here. Discourse Community A, Discourse Community C and D also had some good things going on. Community B had some good discussions. I also like the fact that you all are discussing that you have various interest levels in poetry. Some of you all really love poetry, some are not very familiar with poetry, some are interested in learning more. And that's the reason that we are actually in groups in our discourse communities, so that we can learn how to merge our different interests and work together as a community respectfully, and based on what our knowledge level as well as our interest in different subjects. So you guys are doing excellent. Okay. Now what we're going to do is take a little bit of time. We're going to use about 7 minutes or so to construct your poem.
And I don't understand that part.
Well, say the name.
And
Come on. We don't want to say the name.
I thought I heard someone say they didn't understand. You have a question?
oh
No.
No, no. Okay, we have a few seconds left in our discourse communities. I need those hands up with one representative from your communities when you are completely done. I see Michael, Gabriel, Amber. All right, Aaliyah and Janae. Okay, let's put our pens down. Excellent. Everybody look up. Heads up, heads up. All right. Discourse communities. What did you think about this lesson?
Hard.
Hard? Why so?
Because I wasn't finished and I had a lot more to say.
And you had a lot more to say. I heard over here in the community C pretty much saying the same kind of thing. You have so much information you want to present, but only a certain amount of time. This is a good exercise for you all as you're working in groups to be able to condense everyone's ideas and be able to have a poem that represents each member of the group. Yes, this was a little difficult, but I'm sure you all did an excellent job. Okay, we're ready for the last part of our group exercise. Last piece of information that we're going to work with today with this poem. So you all have today effectively created a poem expressing one voice. Several ideas, but one voice in your literature, okay? And I know you've done an excellent job. Now what you're going to do is to read over your poem quietly as a group, and you're going to illustrate from each individual point of view what this poem means to you all. We've got about 7 minutes of class left. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come around and collect all of your poems and your papers. We're going to actually work on these a little bit more the next class period for about 3 minutes. But since the time is winding down for today, we're going to go ahead and get our journals together. Let's take 5 minutes to journal about our experience today working as a group to create a poem that has one voice and several ideas, and then to create a picture that expresses just what you want to express. So I'll give you 5 minutes to journal just a little bit about that. Your time starts now. Here we have an example of our first group and the notes that they took on their issue, which was teen pregnancy. So this is the notes that they took here. And then on the back, after the 5 minutes of note taking, this is the poem that the group constructed. This is about a 7-minute exercise. And then the poetry was illustrated in another 3 to 5 minutes. And this is the individual representation of a poem on teen pregnancy. You can see that they are all different, with the drawings representing individual voices and what the individual thinks about the poetry. The notes in the poem reflect what the group as a whole, the discourse community as a whole,
came together as a group to create one voice, one piece of poetry.